Welcome to Bleachers and Speakers. I'm your host, June, and welcome to another edition of Featured Player of the Week. This is our segment where Foster talks about a featured player of the week. We keep in the off-season vibes, and he's going to talk about our NFL prospect. Uh, Foster, you can take it from here.
All right, the next featured player is Dallas Turner, who's an exceptional blue chip talent out of Alabama. He was a five-star recruit coming out of Florida. He was top 20 player, and he has just an insane amount of athleticism. His measurables are 6'4", 242 pounds. He's the number one ranked linebacker, and he runs a basically a 4.40, which is
Jesus
97.
Christ.
Yeah, 97 percentile as far as the 40-yard dash. So this is well deserved at his rankings, and he's got the statistics and production to back it up. But yeah, in his final year, he had 10 sacks, two forced fumbles, and 53 tackles. And he utilized an exceptional first step and a good change of direction. He's hyperactive, twitchy, and good lateral movements. And it enabled him to be able to not only rush the quarterback, but also be effective in covering zones and tracking swing routes from sideline to sideline. As we get into some of the things that he needs to work on, he is 6'4", so he's kind of a rangy guy, and he can definitely stand to bulk up a little bit, and that will help him maintain his ground against multiple blockers uh, in run defense, and he can also just refine his hand techniques, and I think that'll help him even more in the pass rush. Although he's pretty good as is, but he's more effective in space than he is in those closer quarters. He tends to be overpowered when it comes to that run defense, and yeah, within the close quarters, it's your best shot at blocking him, because when he's in space and he's able to use his twitchiness, his athleticism and speed, you don't have too much of a shot against him. This is a guy that is going to be likely be amongst the first linebackers to go, probably in the top 10, top 15,
Mm.
if we're being honest. So obviously he's out of the reach of what the Lions are able to desire, unless we somehow are able to trade up. But as far as his fit with Detroit, he's definitely a guy that day one will be able to rush the quarterback off the edge, and it would be beautiful to put him with the rest of the amazing Alabama players that we already have, and just be able to complement Hutch on that opposite side, and put some pressure on that opposite end of him. So, but yeah, the best part about it is that not is although we do need an edge rusher and a guy that puts some pressure on the quarterback, he does have the versatility to cover in zones and sideline to sideline. Obviously, we have Alex Anzalone, who's done a great job, covering in the open field, but he kind of they have similar height, but he speed wise and athleticism wise, he's would definitely be an upgrade in that regard. And Alex Anzalone is, of course, getting older. He's not an older guy, but he's getting closer and closer to 30. So eventually, we will need to upgrade at that position, as far as a guy that can cover in the open field. So eventually, that's something that we will look into. But Dallas Turner, like I said, will not be available at 29. But he is an interesting guy, and you gotta love the Alabama guys. We've done well by going after those guys as of late, with your Brian Branches, your Mayor Gibbs, your um, Jameson Williams. So yeah, that is Dallas Turner.
one thing I want to say is we with a prospect like this who's uh it's probably projected to go in the first 15 picks. As Lions fans, we can't have it both ways. We can't have good seasons and expect to get a draft pick in the first 15 picks. This is what we have to deal with, and that's getting a later pick. But you never know. Brad Holmes might, wheel and deal, or it may not be for someone like Dallas, but it could be another player that he has his eye on. He's made trades uh, to move up and made trades to move down in the draft. He's made moves where he can get more draft picks. So you never know. So that was another featured player of the week uh, by Foster. Great job once again, and hopefully we can get a player as such on draft day, regardless of where we pick in the first round. We're just hoping we get a good prospect like this. Peace.